In a few hours from now, the World Bank will get its first Indian origin chief. Ajay Banga will begin his 5-year term as the president of the World Bank on the 2nd of June. He faces a major challenge: how to revamp the 79-year-old international lender into a financial institution which will also tackle climate change and other global crises.
The announcement was made more than 3 months ago by the White House. Ajay Banga, former Mastercard CEO, was US President Joe Biden's choice as the next president of World Bank. The 63-year-old was the sole contender to replace departing World Bank chief David Malpass, an economist and former US Treasury official who served in the Trump administration. Banga's appointment was confirmed by the World Bank's Board of Governors on 3rd of May, with Russia abstaining. President Biden congratulated Banga on his resounding approval to run the World Bank, saying that he would be a transformative leader who would help steer the institution as it evolves and expands to address global challenges.
Ajay has the right leadership and management skills, experience in emerging markets, and financial expertise to lead the World Bank at a critical moment in its history. Ajay will play a key role steering the World Bank to address global challenges we face, like climate change, pandemics, and fragility and conflict, while ushering in the fundamental changes in development finance that this moment requires.
The bank already loans out hundreds of billions of dollars to developing countries, but is working to increase its lending to help them address overlapping global challenges such as climate change, conflict, and brace for future pandemics. The World Bank has always been led by an American since its founding at the end of the World War II, while the International Monetary Fund has been led by a European.
So, thank you all very much. And
the Pune-born Banga has been a US citizen since 2007. A former CEO of Mastercard, Banga has been preparing for his new role the past month. He has met with officials from 96 governments since his nomination and visited 8 countries during a 3-week world tour. But the task ahead for Banga will be challenging, given the huge divide between priorities of rich and poor nations. While US and other wealthy nations have been pushing the World Bank to increase its lending to fight climate change, developing countries are worried that this will divert attention from the bank's anti-poverty efforts. Moreover, the World Bank hands out loans worth $100 billion every year, an amount which has not increased from the past few years. Developed nations want it to rise to $1 trillion a year. Developing countries especially have also been hit by the pandemic, rises in food and in energy prices, and unsustainable levels of debt. As president of the World Bank, Banga will have to address these issues, all without any clear additional money on the table. Bureau Report, Business Today Television.